You want to know how much I made? Illustrations by me. So there's a reason I'm making this video. It has nothing to do with boasting or anything like that. You'll see. But I have to get to the numbers first. Let me do the numbers because that's why people clicked on the video and I don't want them to yell at me that it's clickbait. So I'll tell you the numbers and then I'll tell you why I actually made this video. So I go through all of YouTube and I look at all these different, how much did I make my first month and how much did I make my first 6 months, and I always see these certain numbers like, oh, 20,000 views. All of a sudden I get monetized and it just takes off and 20,000 views and all that. We're gonna see what YouTube did for me when I got monetized. So I'll take you straight to the numbers first. So in January you see we're at 5.7 thousand views. Now that is more than just about any other time I've ever had. I've never had that many views. I usually get about 3,500 to 4,000. So that was a jump. That was definitely, I got monetized, they pushed out. Now you can see though, you know, I didn't get monetized until about the 8th. The watch time, 739 hours. That's not a lot of hours. That's not a lot of views or hours. Usually you see them, oh, I got 20,000 views, 100,000 views. That didn't happen for me. Now subscribers, 96 subscribers. That's more than I've ever had in 1 month. I know that doesn't sound like a lot. For these other people, they're like, oh, I gained, all of a sudden I shot off and 20,000 subscribers in my first month monetized and it just, my channel took off. That doesn't happen for me. It's okay. I'm okay with it though. I'm not trying to discourage you. Just hear me out. And you see in January I earned a whopping $11.58. Now for those of you who do not know, YouTube does not pay you until you hit $100. So I'm gonna do this about 10 months before I get a paycheck. See, other YouTubers don't talk about this. They show their numbers when they're like, oh, I earned $500 my first month or $1,000 my first month. That's not what happens. Not for most people. Those are the people who are trying to sell you on how they can have you make money if you follow their advice. So they show you how much they made. That didn't happen. Matter of fact, I saw some other people that did. They took off, they hit their first month monetized, took off like crazy. The first month they made $500 or something like that. And it was great for them. And they say, oh, this one video just took off out of nowhere. YouTube picked it up and took off. Mine, they didn't do that. They don't do that with me. Usually when my video takes off, I get maybe like 200 to 300 in the first week. And then it drops off to nothing. They shut my channel off. We're not getting any more views after that. This isn't a very good pitch for brand deals, but this is what happens. So February was my first full month monetized. 4.9 thousand views, went down a little bit, and that's pretty much where I've stayed ever since then. 566 hours of watch time is nothing. Again, it's very low. And 55 subscribers, that's usually where I sit. Usually about 55 a month. In my next life, that next life after that, I'm gonna be rich. You wait and see, I'm gonna have this channel going for at least 200 years. And it did go up. I made a whopping $16.16. That's more than I made the previous month, but it's a couple days longer too. So in the first month, the lowest I made on any given day was 29 cents. The most I made on any given day was $1.02, and my average was 50 cents a day. In February, it was 25 cents was my least. I went down. The most I made was $1.29 on a day. That was a good day. And that went up a little bit. But my average was 58 cents. So I made a little, my average went up a little bit. It really just depends. It really, you'll have better months than others. It may seem discouraging to you because you go that long and you finally get monetized. You have to wait another 6 to 9 months to get a paycheck because they only pay at $100. You're not making any money. I get it. And with subscribers, it's very, sometimes that can put you in a bad mood. If you keep staring at these numbers every day, if you're building a YouTube channel and you stare at these numbers all the time, you're going to drive yourself insane. They always, all these places, these people, these companies tell you, you gotta pay attention to your metrics and look at this and look at that. That can drive you absolutely insane, especially in the beginning. Okay, I can see where I have a good topic and a good video takes off a little bit, but that doesn't ever work. I put another video out, the same kind of video, it does terrible. I find someone who their video took off when they first got monetized, it's making 20,000 views a month. I make a similar topic video and it doesn't do anything. I get like 100 views and it just shuts off. It's just how it is. And it just depends, because if you're doing art, your art videos are going to get lumped in with a lot of other stuff. You have an algorithm. It's not a person that's trying to decide what your video is about and who to show it to. After this video, make yourself a little note. Go in your browser, your search, and just put in art and see what pops up. You'll get stuff like an art challenge where someone only uses Crayola pencils. Or I got videos like, oh, how to view fine art and how to interpret art. And then these crazy like challenge videos that come up and they're like, oh, I use every blue crayon that I have. Oh, can I draw in the air with rice? And they just pour colored rice on a board and they flip it up in the air for a second and it makes it. That's not what I'm looking for. I shouldn't be lumped in with that. We're not the same thing, but that's what a machine does. The machine says, oh, it's the same thing. It's art. No, it's not. They're very different, which is why I'm not very threatened by AI art, because they don't know what the hell they're doing. But it is a little frustrating. You look at the subscriber numbers that you're looking at, oh, how many subscribers I get this month versus last month. And you can have, I had a great video go out the other day. In about 3 days, it got 300 videos. That's good for me. That's a great video for me. And I gained 6 subscribers from that video. It's wonderful. For me, that's a successful video. But then I lost 5 over the next 2 days. So really, I gained 1 subscriber over those 3 days. Sometimes that's frustrating. But here's what this is the reason I actually made this video, is because I want to encourage you that if you're an artist and you want to share your art, do it with YouTube. And the reason why is because of the community. It's so accessible. I have conversations with all of you, well, not all of you, like a few of you, but I have conversations with some of you, and I enjoy all of it. This has changed my life. I never was going to share my art with anyone. Maybe a friend here or there, my wife, something like that. But I wasn't going to share my art with anyone. I was not doing anything. I had an Etsy shop where no one even looked at my page. I had eBay and all these things. I was trying to, get your art out there. Instagram sucked for me. It was terrible. It wasn't until I actually got on YouTube that I even broke like 300 followers over there. I'm telling you, it was difficult to get on anything for me. Now in YouTube, I have a lot of people that see my art and we talk about it and I get to see their art. People that I would have never met, never talked to a day in my life, people from the other side of the world that thought something I did was good. It completely changes your outlook on everything. And you get to share their art, and I try to share your art with everybody else. As a matter of fact, I'm getting a website going soon. Not yet. It's soon. It's in development. And I'm going to have a page on there just for viewer art on my website so that you can have your art on a website so other people can see it. Other people in the community can see it. And everybody can look at each other's art, and it's nice. Leave little comments, little notes, whatever. But that couldn't happen anywhere else. So is it worth starting a YouTube channel? Yes. It's always worth it, in my opinion. You get the people that you get to meet and talk to and just discuss ideas with, that changes everything. It completely changed everything I'm doing and what I'm looking for and what I'm looking at and how I design my art pieces. And some people think that's a bad thing. Like, oh, because of social media, I design my art this way now. But I'm not doing it for the likes. I'm doing it for the communication I'm having with you. So I get something, when you say, oh, that inspired me, I want to make more of that. When you say, oh, I really connected with that. I was trying to figure this out, and I did. I saw your video, and I was able to figure something out. I want to make more videos like that. It does affect the type of things I create. Not in a negative way. I'm not trying to just get likes, so I only create the stuff that I think gets the most likes. I created a video the other day. It was terrible. It doesn't get any views, but it doesn't matter. It's okay, because the people that did like it, that said, hey, I enjoyed that, they liked that video. And it was worth it for me to create just for those few people who liked it, even though the larger group definitely doesn't like it. That's okay for me. And next time I'll create another video that I know other people like, and maybe more people will like it then. So I don't want you to get discouraged. If you're creating art and you're putting it out there and no one's seeing it, try YouTube. You don't have to do much. You don't have to do what I do. Please don't do what I do, because I don't know what I'm doing. I just create a video, I talk to a camera for 5 seconds, and then you see top down, I create the video. I have another cut on my hand. I forgot to cover it again. You'll see that video later. But anyway, you see the top down, you create the art, you talk to them about nonsense. Talking about whatever you're into. It doesn't have to be about the art. I don't talk about the art very much. I talk about all the crap that I'm doing, and I talk about my day and my neighbors and friends from high school. You just talk about whatever you want, and you'll connect with enough people. It may take time. It took me a very long time, but don't be discouraged by what you see. The numbers for me, and the views and the things I'm telling you, do not compare yourself to me. It doesn't matter what I do in my life. I've already accepted this. This is something that's happened to me since I was this big. I can't see where my hand is on the camera. I was a lot smaller. Let's put it that way. I work twice as hard to get half the results in everything I do. And that's just, not because it's any less or any less valuable. It's just how it is for me. That's what happens. The more effort I put in, the harder it is for me to go forward. So don't compare yourself to me. Other people have a much easier time, and some people have a harder time, but most people have an easier time. But that's just for me. I don't care. I don't care that it took me 2 years, over 2 years, to get monetized. That's not it. What's it is this. Doing this. This is what's it for me. I'll enjoy talking to you and sharing with you. I enjoy when you give me feedback and we talk, we have a conversation, we laugh. That's all fun. That's a wonderful thing. This is the easiest friendship I've ever had to maintain, I'll tell you that. This is the least amount of effort I've ever had to put into a group of people. It makes me sound like a horrible person. I'm not a horrible person, or at least I try not to be. I could be, but I try not to be. The point is, this is fun for me. I look forward to my Friday night and Saturday night. This is what I do. I create YouTube videos, I talk to you, I ramble on about nonsense, I create art. I'm doing everything that I love to do. I look forward to it so much. I would not have done it as much if I didn't have this interaction with you. If you didn't encourage me, I wouldn't be doing this. So thank you for encouraging me. And I hope I encourage you back, and I hope I give you some kind of inspiration, because this is what it is. This is what it's about. I know I'm repeating myself again. I do that a lot. I talk in circles. It's horrible. This is why I can't deal with people in real life, because I do that to them, and then they get tired and they want to leave. But then I get tired of saying the same thing and they still don't get it, and then I want to leave. Real life isn't so real sometimes. Alright, so thumbs up the video if you think you may give it a try, or at least just keep laughing at me while I continue to give it a try. That's all I'm asking for. Alright, that's about it for me. I'm gonna go. I'll see you in the next one.